Self-harm is one of the most complex, misunderstood things that a person struggling with mental illness can find themselves going through. I should know. I used to struggle with self-harm myself on and off for a number of years. That's why I created this series, to help remind all of you out there struggling with self-harm, in the same manner that I once did, that yes, you can quit self-harm. My name is Matthew Ginzali, and welcome to How to Quit Self-Harm. I know for a lot of you who struggle with self-harm, the thought of relapse is never very far away from the surface of your mind. That can be a very daunting, intimidating thing that can actually push you towards relapse in some cases. So, here's what I want you to know. The recovery is pretty much the same thing as climbing a mountain. Yes, your journey is to go up. Your destination is up. But you don't just go up all at once. It's a gradual way to work yourself up to the top of the mountain. Catch my drift? And if you relapse, consider it just a slight slide down on your journey to the top of the mountain. You are still on the mountain to recovery, but you just got to work a little bit harder. Now, I know you've been working hard for a lot, but when you finally see that view up at the top of recovery / the peak of the mountain, you will fully understand why you were working that hard for it. My advice about how to quit self-harm in this segment: relapses happen. They're not a good thing by any means, but that doesn't mean it's the end. That doesn't mean you shouldn't work through them. I relapsed quite a number of times after I thought I was done self-harming too. And yes, it was a very damaging, daunting thing, but I eventually worked my way past it, and I know you can as well. Here's the thing. Another part of this tip: relapses happen. Don't just ignore them or brush them to the side. Address them. What I want you to do for the main part of this is analyze the relapse. What happened? What are the circumstances that led me to it? Where was I in the moment? And take all the knowledge you've had after analyzing the situation and use it to be able to prevent yourself from relapsing again in the future. Catch my drift? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whenever you feel the urge to self-harm arise, here's an alternative that I think could be of benefit to you. Whenever you feel the urge to self-harm arise, count. I don't want you to put any other focus on anything else, especially not the self-harming urges. Just put all your mental energy into counting, because the urge to self-harm will pass eventually. Just keep counting and don't let the self-harm urges take control of you. Got it? I'm serious, just count. And if you don't feel it's working at first, keep counting, keep going. Just because you don't think they're working doesn't mean they can't be of use in blocking out the urges to self-harm. Catch my drift? Alright guys, welcome to the final portion of the episode where I talk about something good in the world. But before we get into that, I would like to have a quick 1v1 with all of you out here watching this. In the link in the description below, I put 2 mental health resources that I think might be of use to you. Number 1 is Safe Alternatives, and number 2 is the Crisis Text Line. Now, I know when contacting something like the Crisis Text Line, it can be a very daunting, intimidating thing that brings us fear more than any other emotion. But here's the thing. What happens when we text the Crisis Text Line isn't exactly what really happens. It is the way we picture it. What am I talking about? Near the top of the link in the description below, I put an article that explains what really happens when you text the Crisis Text Line, and I think it might be of some use to those of you out there who struggle with self-harm but are afraid to seek help for the lack of anonymity. So, I'm not asking you to contact the Lifeline or text line, rather. What I'm asking you to do is just to read the article and see how you feel afterwards, okay? You deserve help. Now, here's my favorite, more positive spin on the episode segment: something good in the world. It's a little segment where I talk about something good in the world meant to make you smile. If you're familiar with my channel, you know what a reason to smile is. It's pretty much the same thing. In the link in the description below, I also put an article about Steve Irwin saving a guy's life. I know. I do a lot of Steve Irwin stuff on this channel, and I've used the same article before in a daily mental health tip video, but I just love it so much, and it's such a happy news story that I can't help resisting putting it in there. Basically what happened was Steve Irwin saved a guy's life. Back years and years ago during a film, while they were filming for an episode of The Crocodile Hunter, there came up a thing on the radio for the area they were filming in about a guy going missing, a guy and a woman going missing after a tragic scuba diving accident. And Irwin, on his decision, suspended filming of the episode for the day to aid in the search. And he actually came across the guy, jumped right in the water, and saved his life. It's a really heartwarming thing. Anyway, this has been How to Quit Self-Harm, Episode 3. My name is Matthew Ginzali. I know you can get better from this. I believe in you, my friend. Remember, there's always a reason to smile.